Welcome back, Arthod. Thank you for joining me. So today I'm gonna make a tips and tricks video. These are a few tricks and tips you're gonna need if you're gonna play Rimworld. This is, by the way, my series. It's not the world we're gonna do with it. So make sure to check out my series because I also say a bunch of interesting stuff if you wanna learn about Rimworld. Yeah, this is just I'll just show off a few tips and tricks. Yeah, the link to the playlist of my series will be in the description down below. Make sure to check it out. It's very cool, and I'll be very grateful if you could leave some feedback or a comment perhaps. So let's just get this video started. There can be 2 stools at one table square, but the colonists can't eat at one, so one of them will eat off the ground. That's why you have to put a stool on the other side, like this, instead of one right there. Because when he will eat, he'll eat over there, so he won't eat off the ground, and that'll not give him the minus penalty of eating off the ground. When you've just started, make sure to plant strawberries. That way, your colonists can eat the strawberries off the ground without making them into a meal. It's a good way if you don't have any of the meal makers and you don't have the cooking going all around and ready. So you won't get the minus penalty for having strawberry plants, for eating it off the ground. But when you're in late game, make sure to plant potato plants, because that will yield the most and it's the most efficient plant. When your people are joy deprived, make sure to have these steel horseshoe pins, because they'll train your colonists while they increase their joy. As you can see, it's 95 at this moment, and it slowly gets up 96. Slowly gets up when they're using the joy, and so does the joy of the colonist. So it's a good way to increase your shooting. It's a good thing to keep three spaces between turrets and not 2 like down here, because if one of them gets blown up, the others don't follow, as you can see right here. These will follow because they're just 2 away, but if one of these blows up, if this one blows up, this one won't follow. It won't even get damaged. Make sure you have it like extra power for when eclipses happens and you can't really, and the sun gets plugged out, so you can't really get power from solar panels. So make sure you have extra power by just flicking this off, so these won't get used. It'll only be these that get used. And when it's eclipse and these ones are empty, you can just flick this one back and it'll begin using these. When you have places like geothermal power, make sure to cover those with some plates or some flooring, so when it catches fire by lightning, the fire won't spread all over the place, and it won't do a massive fireplace around, as you can see right here. Let me just no, I can't really do it. These 3 won't spread over to this flooring, so it won't get out. The only reason it's out here is because I already did that. But that's a good way to not make the fire spread a lot, and only in its area right here. It's also a good way for when your geothermal power gets destroyed, that these stuff don't actually get burnt by the fire around it. When you have a killing chamber like this one, make sure to keep a power flick, so you can turn off the power whenever you don't need the turrets, so they don't waste power, because they waste a lot of power if you have it on and there's no trouble, no raiding going on. When you've just started, it's better to have these kind of bedrooms rather than the big ones, because these take less space, and it's better to have everyone have their own room than have one shared room for all of them, as you can see right here. So when you put the beds right there, it's better to have them like that down there than like this, because then the negative trait will only come at night here, but it'll come every time here. It will only come at night because when they're sleeping they'll get the cramped environment. But that doesn't matter since they're sleeping. And in here it's like they'll get all day that they're sleeping with another in the same room. So this is most efficient for starting. Make sure to have at least one prisoner with the friendly chat and not the recruit. That way that when they warden him, they'll increase the social skill, so it'll help a lot. As you can see, one prisoner without recruiting him, just having him in your prison room, will help your social skill when they speak to him. When hunting, make sure to keep distance from the boomalope and the boom rat. Just any animal with the boom in their name will explode when you kill it. As you can see right there, this one will actually explode if you manage to kill it. Right, like that. And it'll make a big fire. So will this one, so make sure to keep some space between them. And never melee these guys, because your colonist will get a lot hurt. If you want to increase one of your colonist's shooting skills, it's always good to have him hunt a little rabbit and making him stand very far away with like a sniper. Like that. And he'll just keep increasing his skills. But he'll never actually hit it. And there he got it. So it's a good way to increase their skills while they don't really do things. Anyways, guys, that's all for today. Thank you very much for watching. If you enjoyed, make sure to leave a like. It helps the channel grow a lot by affecting search results on YouTube. I'll see you all next time. Bye bye.